Alright guys, so if you just watched the first video, that'll pretty much probably be the first video you'll ever see on this channel, and this will be the second one. I'm not going to really keep track for you guys, but like I said, we'll have a couple categories. We'll have business, personal, and also category on traveling. Maybe one for books as well. So here's the book that I've most recently read. It's from Jeffrey Gitomer, Gitomer, or Gitomer, one or the other. And it looks like this. It says, Little Red Book of Selling, 12.5 Principles of Sales Greatness. And basically what this is a book completely about selling. So right when you open it up, it says, climbing the ladder of success, which way are you headed? Hint, the secret to climbing up is to put your heart into your work. And he has a picture right here of a big, long, spiral staircase all the way up to the sky. And right here you see a little heart. Throughout the book, one of the big things Jeffrey talks about is putting your heart into your work. And that might not sound like something very easy to understand, or at least for me it wasn't. So I won't talk from your perspective, I'll talk from mine. When he said put your heart into your work, first thing I thought was, what are you talking about? Like, I work so hard every day. Isn't that putting my heart into my work? And no, it necessarily wasn't. When I really started to feel like I was putting my heart into my work, I really started to learn how I could be myself in my work, and also take all that extra time where maybe I was watching extra movies, or drinking extra sugary drinks and caffeine and things like that to get myself all excited, or unhealthy foods that would cause me to stay up late and or not be able to sleep well, or not feel healthy, slacking off on my exercises. I started to take those things and get them to exit out of my life and shed that skin and bring on some new habits that were a lot healthier, that would actually start moving me towards what I really wanted to be, who I really wanted to be, so then I could really have my heart to put into my work. When I was doing those other things, whatever it is, we all have that, that little list of things that we know knocks us off of our game. When I put that aside, I was able to really come out and see my true heart and put that into my work. So moving into the actual book, 12.5 Principles, it starts off going over a lot of things. Price objections, bids, proposals. I understand what I'm buying. I like my sales rep. So there's a lot in the beginning, but I'm just going to go over the principles. So principle 1 is kick your own ass. The kick your own ass philosophy. Help, I'm slumped, I can't make a sale. Bad day or bad attitude. Philosophy drives attitude. Develop a yes attitude. Celebrate effort, not victory. You know what to do, you just don't do it. Time management, what's important now. Be selfish, learn yourself, do it yourself, selfish wins. And then he always has a funny little comic right here, which I find very, very funny. It says, it's a motivational tool I invented. It's sort of like the carrot and the stick, only more effective. And it's a guy with a shoe that kicks him in his butt. So he talks about when you have a bad day and you're not getting things done, you're being hard on yourself, or maybe you're being easy on yourself, letting yourself complain, or you got to get something done and you just need to do it. You're having a bad attitude or something like that. It says kick yourself in your ass and get yourself to keep moving forward, and stop thinking that negative attitude, stop thinking that bad attitude, and put yourself back into a positive mindset, get back on track and keep going. So let's kick your own ass, all in a nutshell, basically. And every single one of these ends of the principles or throughout the book, you'll see these little free red bits where you can actually go to Gitomer's website and you can collect more free data by typing in the keyword that he gives you there. So very descriptive guy, very intuitive, the way that he runs things that he does. He gives you all of his secrets here. So then it gives you a whole bunch of things you can do to kick your own ass or get out of a rut that you put yourself in. But developing a yes attitude, developing a healthy attitude are definitely one of those main things. All right, principle 2, preparing to win or lose to someone who is. Be prepared. Boy Scout motto for more than 100 years. Be prepared. The best way to find information about a prospect. Do your homework. Are you a winner or a whiner? The workday starts the night before. Work while others sleep. So these are different subcategories that you'll see throughout this, and they're all amazing. So be prepared. If you're prepared, you're going to win to someone who's not. So prepare yourself. How do you prepare yourself? By being a winner, by doing the things you need to do to win and not whining. Not saying, oh man, I'm so tired, I don't want to work anymore. Oh man, I have done so many deals today, I can't do any more deals. Oh man, that guy got something and I didn't. Don't be a whiner, be a winner. Think, that guy did something that I really appreciate how he did that, because that's how he got that job, or that's how he got that extra client today, or that guy's working really diligently. Man, I can work that way. Turn it around, make it positive, which goes back into the first principle, have a positive attitude. Do your homework. Do what you have to do to make sure that you're a winner. Being a winner just doesn't come, like a athlete doesn't, win a race by just showing up. He does it by strong, hardcore training on a daily basis, changing the way he eats, changing the things that he digests, vitamins, maybe minerals, special, alkaline water. He might go all the way as far as he can find to put that, get himself to that pinnacle peak performance. So do your homework. And then it says the work day starts the night before. I found this and I grasped it and I held on to it and I worked hard to figure out how I could implement that in my own life, and I haven't necessarily completely done it yet. But what he says is the day before you should set up everything you're doing the next day. So I don't know about you, but in my life, if I didn't know what I was doing and I didn't even know that I was doing this, I would wake up and I would do whatever I decided to do habitually throughout my mind. Wake up, walk around, go over here, go outside, go, brush my teeth, go make some food, take a shower. I was all over the place. But when I decided to make a plan for my life, which started making a plan just in general for each day, I would wake up and I would know what I'm doing, and I would go from here to here to here to here. I knew where I was going to be at what time and what I was going to do there. And I found that a lot of the energy I spent doing other things started to immediately go right into the focus points that I needed it to be to do the things that I needed to do, instead of wasting it on other things, which really led to me wanting to even work harder to find out how I could have more energy or more focus in those different parts of my life. I was going to say cultivating, but I told you it's my favorite word. Anyways, so moving on, it says work while others sleep. Basically, that just means, set up what you're going to do the next day, work a little bit harder, do the extra mile, go the extra mile. Later on in this book, he'll talk about going the extra mile, but he puts it in a way that if you read about it, you're really going to want to go the extra mile. You'll see the benefits on how he was able to do things. Gitomer was able to do things in his life by going the extra mile. And when you start going the extra mile, you keep going the extra mile. It becomes habitual. It becomes something that you always do, because it will always reap you rewards. So let's go ahead and move forward. I'm trying to go through this as fast as I can. I'm sure these will get faster throughout time. I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that like that. That makes my head hurt. So I don't want to be that person myself. But hey, some people have different qualities than others that work better. So principle 3: personal branding is sales. It's not who you know, it's what you know. Brand me. Build your personal brand and customers will call you. Build your personal brand and customers will be loyal. Position more, compete less. Who sees you, who appoints you? It depends on who knows you, who values you, and your knowledge. This is very important. It basically talks about build your personal brand and customers will call you. So building your personal brand is basically building you. Who are you? And like we talked about in the first principle, if you don't know who you are, it's really hard to build that out to other people. So one of the first things that you really have to do is figure out who you are, where you want to go, what you want to do, and then make sure that you have that, and start working in that line and start showing people like, hey, this is who I am, this is where I want to go, this is what I'm going to do, and start to be that person. Instead of hoping that you'll be that person, that's not enough. You have to also be that person. But that person didn't just start there. That person started somewhere, and people are going to see that in you. Say, all right, this is the start of a future. This is, you're in one place and going to another. Build that person. Build who that really is, and then share the love of that person to others. Share your passion with others. Love other people and just let more out. Don't be scared and hold it in. Let it out, and keep being positive. Keep moving towards that goal. Obstacles come in the way or anything like that, wipe them off like water off of a windshield. Keep moving. Make sure the fog doesn't get in your way. Keep moving the curtains when they're in your way. Knock down the bricks that are in your way. Keep moving over and build who you are, and people will start to see that. People will be loyal to that person because they'll know that person. Give some substance, and people will grasp it and want to hold on to it. So who sees you, who appoints you, is the people who know you. So people have to know you. You have to get out there. You have to meet people. You can't be afraid. You have to smile with people, laugh, talk about other people. And Win Friends and Influence People with Dale Carnegie, he talks about how important it is to talk about the other person. See how much you can understand about that person. Get to actually know that person and start to see what that person needs, what the needs of that person is, and how you can benefit that person, how you can love that person, help that person, make that person feel better, go the extra mile with that person, which was in our last principle. So who values you and your knowledge? So obviously it's going to be people who you give value to. So give value, give knowledge to people. Don't go and give just free knowledge to all people, but if somebody's stuck on something, they ask for your advice, give them good knowledge, give them good value for their time. Their time is a payment to you, so give them something for their payment. That's a good way of looking at it. Anyways, so that's principle 3. Personal branding is sales. It's not who you know, it's who knows you. I like that. Principle 4. It's all about value. It's all about relationships. It's not all about price. So that's another good point. Especially me going into real estate, even going into cars, I'm thinking, man, I'm selling $1 million house. Man, I'm selling a $50,000 car. That's a lot of money. It's not about the money. The money is just a price tag. And for the value, it's not as much money as it was when you're just thinking about the money. So take price, chill it out, put value in there, and make it the value understand the price is okay. The 6.5 principles of giving value and being valuable. Free speech is price versus value, the real way to beat price. Give value first, don't add it. So give value, don't add it later. Make friends before you start or don't start. Make the friends, act professionally, talk friendly. Sales for the moment, friends for life. Sales for the commission, value for the fortune. So basically, and this will be the last principle that we go over for this video because it's already 15 minutes long. But in this one, it's a great talking about 6.5 principles. Market with stuff and information about prospects and customers, not about you. This is a big one, and I just realized that. So let's stick with the 3 principles that we just went over, and I'm going to do 3 more principles in the next one. This book took me 2.5 weeks to read, and this is going to take me a little bit longer to get these videos smaller for you guys. I know that's important, but we're going to go over the next 3 principles on the next video. I hope you guys stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, stay positive. Remember the first 3 habits that we talked about. The first one is kick your own ass. Don't be afraid to push yourself and kick yourself. You know, sometimes we have a bigger peak in our focus if we actually push ourselves harder. Instead of letting ourselves sleep and keeping our minds open and awake will actually sometimes bring us to a bigger peak that we were looking for in the first place. Don't be afraid to take out those negative habits. Remember the second habit. I'll read it word for word here. Prepare to win or lose to somebody who is prepared. Prepare to win or lose to somebody who is prepared. So make sure you're prepared, or that person who is prepared, you're going to lose to that person. So you have to be prepared, and don't think you can do it for a week. Don't think you can do it for 2 weeks. It's something you do every single day and learn how to consistently be prepared. And so you can always be prepared. You will always be able to win. And be prepared to win. You're a winner, not a whiner. And the work day starts the night before, so prepare yourself for the day ahead. Sometimes that means cooking a meal for yourself for the next day, putting your breakfast out, you know, putting a book out that you're going to read the next morning. Simple things that you don't have to have 50 things. Going to the gym in the morning, coming back, doing a little meditation, a little prayer, whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you get in the moment and wake up and say, oh, this is a beautiful day, I'm grateful for it, and I'm ready to go. And let's see, the third habit, and we'll leave it at that. Personal branding is sales. It's not who you know, it's who knows you. Get people to know you. Do free speeches. Do things that give people value. Don't ask for anything in return. Get people to know that you're a valuable asset in their life. These are 3 principles. I hope you guys enjoy them. Go over it as much as you can. And we will see you in the next video. Welcome to Full Spectrum Living. Hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed day. Prosperity to all.